Hello everyone, this is Hassan Abdussalam from GetInform, your instructor for the 3ds Max 2018 Essentials. Today we will talk about editable poly, and I guess we will talk in more than one video about this issue. Starting by making box. We can get an editable poly by converting the geometry, right click, convert to editable poly, or by assigning an edit poly modifier. Okay, according to your preference for now, we will convert editable poly, the geometry for editable poly. As we see now, we can find 5 sub-objects, which are vertex. I can't see the vertex properly here, so I will go to customize, preferences, viewports, show vertices as dots. I will increase the size for about 4 or 5 according. This is okay for me now. The vertex, which is one of the important components. After this, we'll find the edge or segment, and the polygon or the face. Maybe we will not call it face because it has different meaning in 3ds Studio Max. And the element, like the SP-line sub-object in the editable SP-line, as we mentioned earlier. The fifth one or the third one from the 5 sub-objects is the border. What is the border? If for any reason one polygon is deleted, so it creates a border. Simply we can cap this border by clicking the cap here. Okay, so we will get deeper now about the editable poly. Let's see. We'll create another box, increasing the segments, convert to editable poly, starting by the selection. Okay, first, one of the important functions inside selection is ignore backfacing. Assume that we want to select these 4 vertices. We can hold Control and select 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will take some time. Or we can select and drag. At any time you select anything, you should go to this modifier stack or here and check how many vertices or how many edges you select. For this case, it's not 4, it's 8 vertices selected. How does this happen? For sure, this must be other vertices from the other sides. We will press F3 to show that we have 4 vertices from the lower base to our object. By clicking the ignore backfacing option, it will ignore the backfacing from like this one. It selects only from the face or the polygon you are facing in your view, and this is very helpful. Another thing, if you are willing to select a little bit more in the vertices, and you must bear in mind about moving some vertices while you are selecting. So it is better to go to select object other than select and move. Okay, let's go to the other selection. Now I'm selecting my polygon, and I want to increase the selection area or decrease it. So we will use shrink or grow. If I grow the selection, assume that I want to select these 9 vertices. Okay, 3, 6, 7, 8, and only 8. I want to select these 8. It's simple, other than clicking. Okay, select the middle one and grow, and after this Alt and click to the middle one, and I select these 8 polygons. As we have grow, we have also shrink. It will reduce the selection area. Going to one important function inside the selection, which is ring or loop, and commonly used with edges and polygons as well. If I select one edge, okay, and I want to select the whole continuous edge, I might go to loop. It will select the whole edge around my object, as well as it is continuing. Okay, again, if I select this one, define one end and the other end. Okay, for example, this is the start and this is the end of my segment, or this is the start and this is the end, and the looping will continue alongside this. Okay, so that's what loop makes. And if you press on the little arrows here, it will select the next in line, okay, or the previous segment in loop. The shortcut for the looping is so simple. Double click. You double click the segment and it will select by loop. Other option here is the ring. Ring is very nice, so helpful also. It selects the parallel segments, all parallel segments. And what I mean with parallel, not exactly parallel, because if this one is not parallel, it's not accurately parallel, but it will be selected as one of the components for my editable poly. Shortcut for the ring is click one segment and shift and click another one parallel to it. It will select the whole ring. Okay, that's it with the selection menu. We will see this while we are working in our next example. In our first example, we will start by creating a chair, simple chair. We will go to create box, and we will go to modify, and we will name it chair. Parameters will be, for example, 0.5, roughly 0.5, and 0.08 or 0.05, Okay, we will reduce segment. Our target here is to make our chair from one object, from one box. I will go here to offset mode here and move it to 0.5 in the axis. Okay, after this I want first to make the 4 legs. So I will calculate or design or plan my segments. It's better to planning by the first, but beware, it's better to put little vertices or segments than to put more. Okay, because after this, after converting this to editable poly, you can add or remove segments as you like, but adding segments or vertices is easier than subtracting. So keep in mind this rule. So I will treat this polygon here from downside as one leg, and this one, and this one, and this one, after changing its size. Okay, we will convert now to editable poly. So we have our chair here and editable poly sub object. We will go to vertex sub object and select these 2 rows of vertices. Press F3 to make sure that you didn't select any other vertex by mistake, and go to a very nice trick, which is if you have 2 or more parallel rows from vertices or segments, but vertices, you can scale to make them go move towards each other or away from each other. Okay, in the same manner here, F3. Okay, I'll check from the plan. That's okay. This, maybe this. Very nice. And we will go after this to make our selection from the polygons. I will test here for one leg. After selecting the polygon sub-object, I want to extrude this polygon towards our ground by 0.5 meter or 50 centimeters. So a common mistake that some students search for extrude here, but you cannot find extrude because extrude is applied or applicable for 2D shapes. Okay, and we have lots of components here. Extrude, I will find extrude here under edit polygons. It is preferable to click on the settings next to our tool. Okay, settings. So now we have our suggested result, not final result, because if I delete this one, it's not our result yet because it suggests. We will find here height, extrude polygons, and if you get the mouse here, you will find the other name. Here is extrude by grouping, and here is the height. Okay, I will adjust it to 0.5. Okay, and press OK. Okay, I can repeat this extrude another 3 times, which is waste of time. So I will Control Z and press Control and select the other polygons, extrude with the same amount, and voila, this is our 4 legs. Okay, so this is our first step of making our chair. After this, I want to make the back of the chair. So let's try different versions from this one. I will click here, Control, here, okay, and I will extrude it as well, maybe 4.4 or 0.45. Okay, not bad. I guess this is okay with the extrude, but I want to make another thing. I don't want the back to be solid, so I'll try to delete these polygons. Control select, and delete. As we mentioned earlier, that we can close our gap or close our open geometry by selecting border and making cap. Okay, but this is so weird and expected like this, because it will work correctly if we have our opening in 2 directions, not more than this. If we have our opening here for specified plane like XZ, for this one, XZ, it will work. Or if we have for XY, it will work. But in all 3 directions, it will not work. So what should we do in this case? We will go to Edge and select this edge and this other edge, and we will try to make a bridge between them. So we will go to Bridge, from Edge, Edit Edges, Settings, and it will close the edge between selected segments or edges. Control select these 2, bridge. Okay, now we can go to make bridge, or if we selected the border will be only for X and Y in this part, and we can make cap. I guess it's okay now concerning bridging between edges and making cap while I am working with border. Okay, so I want to connect some strips, wooden strips, between these 2 main leg extensions, that making the back of the chair. Okay, so I guess we will need more segments. How we add more segments? There are many ways to do this. We will mention, for example, the one famous way, which is connect. Connect works simply by clicking 2 edges or more. Okay, if I making selection to a vertical edges and select connect, it will connect horizontally. So in the beginning, determine what is the direction of the segment you want, horizontal or vertical. Okay, for this one I want horizontal, so I will click here, so it make only between the selected edges. So in here, as we made in the extrude, we will select here and select the other one and connect. I have very nice looped segment. Here I can increase segments. Maybe like this. I want to connect between this part and this one and leave this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For example, this will be enough for me in this case. Okay. I could have connected between these two edges only, but in order of continuity issues we will discuss after this, it is better to make loops unless you have very dense meshes, so we will see then what we can do. Okay, so if we can select one edge and the other edge with the gap between them and make bridge, so if we can select two polygons and make bridge between them, it will be nice. So bridge is very powerful, so I will try to select one, leave one. Okay, and if I press bridge, it will bridge simply between these ones, but in design ways it is better to make these connecting strips smaller than this main cross section. So I will cancel this one and I will find a way to make this one happen with the smaller cross section. So in order not to lose our selection, I can save this one, maybe back strips. Okay, I will go to the selection set. I cannot find anything, so I make my selection set here while I was selecting the polygon sub-object. So go to polygon sub-object, you will find your selection. Okay, and we will go to inset. From edit polygons, I will go to inset. What inset can do? It will create another polygon by making outline or inset. Okay, making a smaller polygon, and we will have right now 5 polygons. So I guess this one is maybe 0.7 is okay, and go to bridge. Bridge has many options here. We can add segments. Okay, if we can make taper. Adding a little bit definition. 0.7 for example, minus 0.8. Nice. Okay, and we will click apply. So that's it for now, and we will continue with the editable poly. Thank you so much.